Well, thank you very much for joining us. Our sign language interpreter is Maresha Owiti. Let's get this started. Now, the opposition National Super Alliance is tonight accusing the ruling Jubilee administration of attempting to intimidate a number of IEBC commissioners ahead of the October 17th fresh presidential election. Now, NASA claims that the government withdrew security for some IEBC commissioners to get them to toe the line and to paralyze any efforts to rectify what went wrong in the August 8th polls. NASA presidential candidate Raila is also now asking Uhuru Kenyatta to resign in view of developments at the IEBC. But Jubilee has told Raila those are dreams that will never come true.
After a 12-point memo from IEBC Chair Wafula Chebukati to CEO Ezra Chiloba created a deep rift between IEBC commissioners, reports emerged that security had been withdrawn for some of them. Commissioners Consolata Maina, Yakub Gulie, Boya Molu, and Paul Kurgat have disowned the Chebukati letter. Commissioners Roselina Kombe and Margaret Machanya support Chebukati. The opposition now claims the Jubilee administration is using underhand tactics to intimidate commissioners.
A number of the commissioners are under serious threat by the government. We just get must be from the authorities. Their securities have been withdrawn.
Jubilee allied legislators want Chebukati to clean up his house, while those allied to NASA want Chebukati to crack the whip on top officers of the Secretariat who bungled the polls.
As Jubilee, we are not interested between the war going on, the sideshows that is taking place between the chair and his commissioners and the Secretariat. The leaking of documents, the leaking of memos.
The chairman himself is confirming that there was a lot of mess in the last election. So we are just stating that it is important for the CEO to also answer to those queries that have been raised. The chairman has shown that he doesn't have confidence in him. He is unable to answer the queries that have been raised by the chair. So obviously the first thing to do is step aside and allow a process which will be free and fair.
An audit of IEBC servers ordered by the Supreme Court discovered irregularities and discrepancies in at least 42 constituencies, despite the limited access given to independent experts. The Supreme Court later nullified and invalidated President Uhuru Kenyatta's re-election.
If our Uhuru Kenyatta, looking at what has transpired now, I would just resign and let this thing go. But trying to impose himself against the will of the people is not right.
The will of the people of Kenya cannot be changed. And we want to prove to the country that it's not the courts that vote.
A meeting called by IEBC with NASA and Jubilee on Thursday to iron out sticking issues before the repeat poll flopped.
We don't want a meeting with the Jubilee where then NASA will say what the Jubilee discussed. We don't want a meeting with the NASA where Jubilee will say what did they discuss. We don't want to create an environment of rumor mongering.
We have a team which will meet with the IEBC. I, of course, will only attend a meeting if the Jubilee candidate is also attending.
NASA lead counsel James Orengo says he's filing a 60,000-page affidavit with the Director of Public Prosecutions to prosecute Ezra Chiloba.
To give him concrete evidence to determine the role that Jubilee played, and more particularly the Jubilee candidate, in the stealing of elections in Kenya.
The latest wrangles at IEBC have raised credibility concerns and the agency's preparedness to organize the presidential elections scheduled for October 17th. Patrick Amimo, KTN News.